Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my latest video. And today I'm here continuing to work on Junk Journal January, hosted by Meg Journals. And today we are already on day number 15, so give or take about halfway through for the month. And the prompt again is neutral. So I think that'll be a fun one. I think I'm just going to run with neutral colors, which, because I do a lot of vintage stuff, I do like working with neutral colors. And that was yesterday's. So I'm going to do a 2-page layout today, I think. And as I was walking through my craft room, trying to decide what I wanted to possibly do today, I came across some of my tabbed little index card things. And so I thought I could cover them and make some sort of pockets. I was thinking maybe I would put this one on this left-hand page. And then up here I was debating about putting it, I think I want to put it right here and then have the tab hang over this part of the page on the top. And then I'm thinking I'm going to make this into like a side pocket this way. And then I wasn't sure, I have more of these, so I could grab some more and do like another type of pocket. But I just figured I'd start with that, see where I end up after I lay some paper down, and then make some more decisions. I also pulled out some neutral tags that I had in my stash already made from before. And I pulled out a stencil thinking, I haven't done a stencil yet, thinking that maybe after I lay some paper down, I might stencil over it. And then I still might actually pull out like another rubber stamp or something. So the first thing I want to do, I think, is cover my little index cards. And then I'll start, I have some collage papers here and some to the side, and some scrapbooking paper kind of sitting on my desk in neutral colors that I can grab from. So the first thing I want to do then is just lay down some paper on these. And I know this one has a little bit of blue on it, but I'll probably just put some washi tape or something over that just to kind of hide the color on that one, because I want to try and stick to as many neutral colors. And for me, that's kind of like whites and off-whites and browns. That's kind of what I'm defining neutral as being. So I kind of like that. And I want to see, I did have my number, I've been stamping the numbers. So I'm wondering if I could just stamp the number 15 on here while I'm going. Hopefully that fits on there close enough. I think I also want to ink the edges on this one. So I think that's good. And then let's get this one covered, and then I can make some more decisions. I'm just using some older paper that I think is probably like in a German language or similar. Looks kind of German to me. It's, again, from an old book. It's probably one of those pages from one of those antique books that I used from the day that we did antiques. I had some paper still sitting in my pile. Just going to rough it up a little bit with my fingernail to make it look not so new, I guess. And I'm just going to ink the edges on this one also. So let's see what we have here. So again, I'll put that up there, I think. And this will go down here. And I was thinking, I think this tag will fit into here. And both of these tags, I'm pretty sure will fit into this pocket once I glue it down. Or I might just end up using one. I just haven't quite decided yet on this one yet. Or I also pulled out some of the random things, that's kind of more neutrally looking colors. This one's kind of a rusted, grungy neutral, but I could stick that in there too. All right, so so I'm just going to set these aside just because I want to do some sort of backgrounds again, just laying down papers. Because again, this will probably, I don't think that looks too bad. If I'm going to make this into a side pocket, I wonder. Yeah, I don't think I need to put a little notch in this one for that. I was thinking about putting a notch, but I think I'm okay. So that's kind of a nice little base. I have some music paper, some other scrapbooking paper. I think I kind of like this. Just
If you are like me, every once in a while you sit down to create and find yourself struggling with a layout. I knew I wanted neutral papers collaged onto the background and wanted the tabbed index cards as pockets, but I admit I struggled a bit to get to my end result. Even though I was a bit discouraged, I kept on playing with the pieces, and at one point I even walked away so that I could come back with fresh eyes. I did make the executive decision to edit out some of the gluing, inking edges, and different versions of the layout so as to not bore you too much. I did, however, leave some of it in to share my process and to remind everyone that we all struggle at times with our art and that it is just part of the process that we all need to embrace to get to the final result. In the end, I do get there and love how my layout turned out.
so I'm still not 100% on what I want to do on the background on this one. I played with some different papers and I'm just not 100% sure what I want to do. I like the brown there. I'm just not 100% sure on the rest of it. But maybe if we can figure out what we want to put on top of it, then maybe I can figure out if I am happy with that background or not. I have this little piece too that I haven't really played with. I feel like I need something else with like a pattern or something underneath it. Okay, I'm a little happier with that, I think. And, you know, I just have a couple little random things in neutral that I found in my craft stash that, you know, I can play around with some of these and add them maybe to the layout. This is a little white, but I could ink it. It's like a drink coaster. You know, I do like the shape of it. And again, I want to put this in the pocket there. So I did have this paper that came out of a book and it had a tulip in it, so maybe I should do something with that. Yeah, some days it's easy to know exactly what you want to do on layouts, and other days you kind of have a small idea, and I just knew I wanted to play with papers on the background and add these pockets, but I didn't really have an exact vision of exactly which papers and where, like some days I do, but I just think it's fun sometimes just to play and try out different layouts and kind of go from there. So what I think I want to do before I do anything else, I think I'm going to go sew around these real quick and I will be right back. So I finished sewing around the edges, and for sure I'm going to glue this one down. So yeah, I am liking how this is coming together. It's finally starting to take shape a little bit. And I did add this little butterfly frame and made another little tuck spot. I just felt like there was something missing in that corner, so I went ahead and did that. And this one I might need to clip. It's just not staying down very well. So I like that, and you know, just to decide now if I want kind of one tag in here or if I want 2 tags. Just does not want to stay glued. So I do want to decorate the pocket a little bit somehow and maybe add, I had that little butterfly floating around, maybe another tag up here. This was just like there was a frame around it, and this was just the punch out inside the frame, but I thought it might make kind of a nice label, and then if you covered that side. So now I'm finally using it. I've had it in my stash for a little while. It was just, like I said, just a punch out from, you know, like the middle of a frame. This had a circle frame on it. And all these little pieces that I've been playing with, it's just something that they just came from like ephemera packs that I've had. A couple of them maybe, these ones I think were digitals, but I think most of them just came from like Hobby Lobby paper packs, or you know, the Paper Studio brand, or Tim Holtz. I kind of have a mess of them all together, so I'm not quite sure where exactly each piece came from, but. And I didn't do any, I forgot, I was going to do some stenciling. We still can do that, I guess. I can do some stenciling on this tag, maybe. Kind of spaced it out until I just saw it on my desk now. And I'm just using Vintage Photo ink. It's kind of nice. Put a little bit on the back side. And I still think I want some on my layout here too, in the background. All right, so I think I'm happy with that layout. Today's episode took me a little bit longer than what I was thinking it was going to take. I kind of had a vision in my head with these papers, but wasn't exactly sure where it was going to go. But I do like how it ended up turning out, and I have lots of little spots to journal on with the little tags and ephemera pieces that I added, and I kind of like the neutral color of it. So I'm really happy with it. You guys will have to let me know what you think. And I think I'm going to call that good for today, because I don't think there's anything else I want to add. I've, you know, briefly thought about adding some sort of lace or trim, but I just don't think this layout needs it. You know, I could have maybe added some of this underneath here, but I think it's good. I'm happy with this layout, so I'm going to call it a day, and I want to thank everybody for watching today and kind of sticking with me while I played with this layout. So thank you again for watching today's episode, which again was neutral, and tomorrow the prompt is unfold. So I'll probably work on this page tomorrow. So until then, thank you guys all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting.